Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to our third exciting project where we're going to be delving into the world of cryptocurrency data, and we're also going to learn like how to fetch it using Python. Specifically, we'll be using the Coin Market API to retrieve this data and create a useful Python project. First thing first, let's just understand the project's objectives and like what we want to achieve, what we are aiming to achieve in this project. So our project has basically several key goals. First, we want to understand the basics of cryptocurrency data and also its importance in the financial world. Next, we'll be learning how to use the Coin Market API to retrieve real-time cryptocurrency data, and also we'll be processing and analyzing the obtained data to make it very useful for various applications. Along with that, we'll also be developing a Python script to automate data retrieval and analysis. And at the end, we'll be gaining practical experience in working with APIs and handling data in Python. Now to appreciate the significance of this project, it's really important to understand first of all, like what is a Coin Market API? If you can talk about Coin Market API, it is basically a powerhouse in the crypto world, okay? So it's kind of a website which offers, a vast array of cryptocurrency data ranging from all market caps and prices to, trading volumes and historical data. So it's really, an important, a useful tool for developers and enthusiasts. It's basically, you can say, a treasure trove of information, okay, that can be integrated into various applications like of your desire or whatever you want. If you can go ahead and see the purpose of our amazing Python project. So our projects will serve several purposes. So it is designed to demonstrate how to interact with the Coin Market API using Python and also fetch valuable cryptocurrency data. This project will guide you through the process of analyzing and processing this data to extract meaningful insights, and it will provide you a solid foundation for working with APIs and handling data in Python. Now without further ado, let's just jump right into it and see the whole working of this amazing project. Alright guys, welcome back to this amazing project. So in this video, we'll actually be doing all the process of, like how you can fetch data from API, how you can use that, and how you can, just build an amazing Python project, getting the data of your design coins in the API market. So let's just dive deep into that. Alright, so before starting, it's really important to understand like what API is, like what it is used for, right? So if you can see right here, an API, or you can say application programming interface, is basically a server that you can use to retrieve and send data to using code. APIs are most commonly used to retrieve data, and they'll be the focus of this beginner tutorial. Let's just say whenever you want to receive data from API, you need to make a request. So APIs basically are used so you can send data, like retrieve data or receive or anything like that through your code, okay? So this is basically a kind of a source through which you can send data, you can receive data, and all that good stuff, in your Python code. So that's what we're going to use API for. Okay, so now let's just start with our project. So let's just see how we can do all that. Okay, so first off, we're going to start by going to our API Coin Market website. So this is the link for that. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this, paste it right over here. As soon as I hit the Coin Market API, so obviously we need the API key for that, right? So how we can achieve that, I'll show you in a minute. So as you guys can see right over here through this chunk of code, so it's saying like this API key is invalid because this was the API key in our link. So this is basically, the used one, or this is not valid anymore. So we have to change that, and we have to basically create a new one of us. So let's just do that real quickly. Okay, so for that, I'm just going to go ahead and go to coinmarketcap.com. So this is basically the interface of this CoinMarketCap website. So first of all, basically you need to create your account. Okay, I've already created my one. You can simply do that. It's really, really simple. Let me show you in a minute. So you just need to hit sign up on this button. So then you have 3 to 4 options. Either you can continue with Google, Apple, Binance, Wallet, like whatever you want. So I have created my account with Google. So I'm just going to go ahead and log in right here. Okay, so after that, as you guys can see, my account has been logged in. So now this is basically the interface. So as you guys can see, we have all the coins right here. First one is Bitcoin, then Ethereum, then you have Tether, BNB, XRP. So these are all the coins over here, like whatever is available in the market, wherever is trending right now. So as you guys can see, we have a lot of lists over here. So there are like almost in total 2,500 coins in the market. So next up, what we're going to do is we're going to scroll right down to the bottom. And then you can see we have different options over here. So you need to go to the crypto API because obviously we need an API key, right? So in order to get this project started, so we need to click on that. And now you will give you two more options. Either you want to get your API key now or compare API plans. So obviously we want to use the free version of this API. Obviously there's a paid one as well, but free is good. So you need to click on get your API key now. And you need to sign in again. Okay, let me just do that. Okay, it's already signed in. So now this is basically, the API key for you guys. So you can simply go ahead and copy that. So this API will basically give you a pretty handsome amount of usage. So you can use that for 10,000 credits per month. So this is a pretty handsome amount. We just want to need this for this project. So I guess that won't be a problem. So, okay. Now let's just go ahead and copy this API keys, copy it as you guys can see, and come back to our API coinmarketcap.com. So yeah, as I told you guys earlier, this was the key that is showing like it's invalid. So I need to change that to our new key with the coinmarketcap.com just provided us, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and paste it right here, hit enter. Okay, yeah, so now you guys can see this is giving me some kind of data. So if I tell you guys, this is basically the JSON format data. So you can see we have like the ID1 name as Bitcoin right over. Let me just zoom in a bit. So we have name as Bitcoin. So the main problem of this data is like it's not readable, right? It's quite messy, it's like quite merged up. So this is what we call is JSON format data. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to basically convert our JSON format data to some readable data, right? So we need to like beautify this data into some more like readable form where we can read that, use that, and in our upcoming project. So what we have to do now, we have to basically convert the JSON format data to some readable form data, right? So for that, it's really easy. You can simply find a lot of tools online. So if you can go ahead and simply write JSON formatter, so you can find a lot of tools online. So if I can go ahead and hit the second one. Okay, yeah, so as you guys can see, it's showing me this. So if I can go ahead and come to my the same data, I can simply copy this whole, come to my JSON formatter, paste it right here. So yeah, as soon as I will paste it, it will give me the readable form, right? So now you can see it's a lot cleaner and it's a lot readable, right? So now we have like status. This is basically the main dictionary. Then we have the data dictionary. So we have two dictionary over here, the status one and the data one. So our whole content or like our whole data will be in this data dictionary, right? So this is what we have. So in that we have like ID1, which is Bitcoin. The symbol of that is BTC. The slug is Bitcoin. Then we have num market pair, which is 10484. Then we have date added tags and all that good stuff. And then if you come to the second ID, we have Ethereum, we have symbol for that, slug, num, pair markets, and everything like that. So now it's a lot readable, right? So now you guys must have been noticed it's only giving me like, the status or the data of only 2 coins, right? So why is it so? Let me tell you guys. So if I can come back to my JSON format, the link that I just provided to the API coinmarketcap.com. So if you can see closely, you can see we have cryptocurrency listing and then we have limit as well, right? So as you guys can see in this limit, I provided it to give me like the status or data of only 2 coins, like the 2 top coins, right? So that's why it was showing me the data or status of just 2 coins. So if you want, we can change this up to like 5,000, 10, or whatever you want, like totally up to you. So let's just say for an example, if I change this to 10, right? So I want now the 10 best coins on the market. I want the data of those. So if I can go ahead and hit enter. So now you guys can see is again the JSON format. So no problem. We can always change that to, the more readable one. So let me just go ahead and copy this, come back to our JSON formatter, paste it right here. So yeah, and now you guys can see now we have like ID1, then we have the second ID over here, then we have the third ID over here. So it's all the way up to the 10th ID, right? So now we have 10 top coins for us on the market right now. So in this way, you can easily change the limit to whatever you want. You can change that to 20, 30, 40, 100, like it's totally up to you, right? So this will basically help us to modify our project according to our need, right? So this is really, really important as well. And if you can see closely right beside the limit, we have the start option as well. So you can start from 1, 2, so you can change that to as well according to your needs. So this is the start one, this is the limit. Then we have convert USD to like whatever you want to do that. You can change that according to your preference as well. Then we have API key, which I just told you guys earlier, okay? So this was basically the kind of, working on how you can get a raw data, how you can convert that JSON format data into a readable one, and how you can, use that further in your project. So in the next video, I'll be telling you, how you can create a project where you can take the input from the user and you can find any coin on the market. You just need to type the symbol for that and it will tell you the online price, the online status and everything about that particular coin. So in this video, I will actually write a Python script that, retrieves the latest cryptocurrency price information from the coin market cap API. And after that, then it allows the user to input a cryptocurrency symbol to, get the price of that specific cryptocurrency in USD. So let's just say you want to create an app. So, that basically tells all the top, coins that are available in the market, and you want to basically know the price of that coin. You need to enter the symbol of that coin, and that will basically tell you the status and price of that particular coin. So let's just say you want to create that applications, that project. So let's just see how we can do that. So in the previous video, you saw how we can get JSON formatted data, how we can beautify that, and how we can change that according to the start and limit. So I told you all that procedure. So now, continuing that, so let's just write code, that will take all that information, and that information, we can basically modify that and change it according to our preference, and how you can, utilize that to make such apps. So let's just see that. Okay, so for that, I'm just going to go ahead and come to my Visual Studio Code. I'm just going to go ahead and create a new file. Select language as Python, of course. And yeah, so now let's just get this course started. Okay, so first of all, in this type of project, it's really important to import one library that is request. So why we need to import library that is request? Because obviously we're using APIs in this project, right? So APIs is kind of a tool I already told you guys, for retrieving or using data throughout the code. So as we are using API, so we need to import one library that is request. Okay, so I have already done that. So let's just say if you want to import that library, if you want to download the library, you can simply go to google.com. So you can just simply pip install request, integrate that to your Visual Studio Code or whatever tool you're working on. So it's really simple. It's just a couple of seconds procedure. So yeah, I've already installed. So let's just get back to our Visual Studio Code. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to write here import request. All right, here it is. And the next library I want to import is obviously what else we use other than APIs, we use JSON, right? So I'm going to need to import JSON as well. So, okay, so as we have imported the libraries, so these library, you're going to use it to make HTTP requests to coin market API. So as you guys can see, we had a link like HTTP link. So that you can, use that to make coin market API requests. So for that, we have used the request library, and the JSON library is basically used to work with JSON data. So as you guys know, that was basically the JSON data, right? We only beautified it to, make it more readable, but still that is a JSON data. So if you want to work with JSON data, so you need obviously to import the JSON library for that as well. So that's why we have imported these two libraries. So our next step is to make an API request, obviously, because we are working with APIs. So let's just do that. I write here API underscore request. This is the name of our function that will be equal to our request. Here it is, dot get. So we're going to use the get variable, and in the parameter of that, so now we're going to do what we're going to basically put that specific URL or that link that we're working on along with that API and everything. Okay, so what was that link? Let's just quickly go back to our link. So this was basically our link which had our limit, which had a starting point, and which also had our API. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and copy this link, come back to my Visual Studio Code and paste that link right over here inside the commas. All right, here it is. All right, so we are done with that. Okay, so we have made an API request that will basically, get that link and they will work on that. So our fourth step is going to be, we need to parse the API response. So now we have got the API link and everything. So we need to get the response of that as well, obviously. So what will be the use of that if we don't get the response? For that, we need to do a couple of initialization. First will be API underscore data equal to JSON dot loads, and in parameter we'll take API underscore request dot content. Okay, so I'll tell you in a minute what exactly we're doing over here. First, let me just write the code for you guys. So our second initialization is going to be coin equal to input And in those parameter, we'll print a statement that will take the input from the user. Okay. So as you guys can see over here, we have taken API underscore data JSON.loads API request dot content. So why we have taken that, that's really important. So we need to take the API data as well. So if we can go ahead and go to our JSON formatted, that beautified content that we just converted. So as you guys can see in this raw data, we have two libraries. Like we have the library of status, and then we have the library of data, right? So if you want to work in data, because obviously in this project, we need to work in the whole of this data. So for that, first we need to access the status as well, right? So for that, we have taken like API data as equal to JSON load API request dot content. So we have taken data first of all, and then we have taken input from the user. So you need to enter the coin symbol. So whatever the coin symbol, it will tell you that information, okay? So now let's come to our next step, which is going to be, we're going to create a loop through the cryptocurrency data. So we're going to basically iterate a loop like 500,000 times or how many times, whatever you want. It's totally up to you. Going through the data of different cryptocurrencies. So obviously in these type of questions, like whenever we are working with, the whole a list of data. So obviously the loop is really, really important. So we'll be using loop over here, in order to access between all those data and find the one that we are looking for, right? So let me just quickly write the code for you guys first of all. So we're going to write for I in range. And in parameter, you can take like 5,000 or like how many coins do you have? So let me just go ahead and, go through all the coins. Let me just go ahead and write 2,500, let's just say. And the loop will be equal to, we'll do if coin equal to API underscore data. So then it will say data, and then it will come to I, and after that it will come to symbol. All right, so after the for loop, I provided if a statement over here, okay? So if statement, it will basically check if the user's input matches a cryptocurrency symbol. So if you guys can see, like if I provided if coin equal to API underscore data, then it will access through that data. So it will come to that I, that is a variable that I provided in the loop, and then it will come to the symbol, okay? So yeah, this line basically will check like if the user's input store in the coin variable will matches a symbol of the cryptocurrency at the current iteration I in the API data, okay? So this is what this line of code is going to do. So next, if that will be true, it will print the price of our API data and it will show the symbol in USD is. So now we have taken the round variable over here. Why is that? Because whatever value or whatever price after the point is going to be, so that we want that in the power of 3, right? So that's why we have taken round variable over here. So then it will access through our API data, it will go to the data, then I in range, then code USD in price, and after that it will print that particular price for that coin, okay? So yeah, now let's just go ahead and save this file, try to run this and see whether it's going to work or not. So I'm just going to go ahead and save this project as Coin Market API. Let's just go for that. Okay, it's saved now, and now I'm just going to go ahead and hit F5 to see the output of this. Okay, as you guys can see, first of all, it's asking me to enter a coin symbol. So now comes a really important point. So as you guys saw over here, like in our loop, we have the range up to 2,500. Okay, so if I can go ahead and come to my coin market, so as you guys can see over here, like we have all the coins over here. Like now we can access through all these coins like up to 2,500. Like how cool is that? And you can change it according to your need. So I can go ahead and just put the symbol like after the name we have BTC, ETH, USDTH. I can put the symbol. And now I can check the price of any coin available in the market. So let's just say I want to check the price of this Solana, right? So I can go ahead and hit SOL. Let's just go for that. So let's just say I put the coin symbol over here as SOL. So it's showing the price of SOL in USD is $24.109. So let me just go ahead and reconfirm this. So as you guys can see over here, this SOL price was 24.10. So I can go ahead and check any of that. Let me just go ahead and extend to my go to like any coin in between like the 6 list. Let's just go for that. And now I want to check, let's say GFT. Okay, so let me just go ahead and try to run this again. Okay, and over here, let's just say I put GFT. So, okay, so for that, it's clearly showing, you can see the price of GST in USD is 0.024, which was exactly our value over here. So 0.0239. So if you round that up, it will be 0.024. Okay. So yeah, this is how we successfully create a Python project that retrieves the latest cryptocurrency price information from the Coin Market API, and we can implement that with simple steps. It's really, really simple. Just, you need to focus. You need to follow the steps that I told you guys in these videos. So yeah, I hope you like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.